Hi, I'm Janice McCarty, and I am once again demonstrating a technique from this entry that I made into my Bible journal. This image was inspired by Susan Howell Gazinski on the Bible Journaling Facebook page. I took her ribbon heart and made a few changes, added the cross, and thank you, Susan Howell Gazinski, for being such an inspiration to all of us on the Facebook page. This is colored pencil on vellum. I was asked by several people to make a video of how I did this. I didn't know whether the people asking wanted the shading techniques or how to insert the vellum. So I have already done a video on the shading techniques with Prismacolor colored pencils, and I will post that at the same time I post this how to insert the vellum into the Bible. Now, I really like this. I said in the other video, I really like this overlay because I can put a large design right over the words without covering any of them up. I would really love to do a whole Bible that is just nothing but these vellum inserts. The first one that I did was in another Bible that I had. When I first started Bible journaling, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this. I am an art teacher and an artist. I'm a painter. I do oil paintings and watercolors, and I've got so many things that I want to do all the time. I didn't know if I was going to make the commitment to Bible journaling, and that was about 9 months ago. And now I love it, and I haven't painted in a long time. I do want to get back to my easel, but I've been making a lot of entries for my Bible. So the first thing I did was I bought this Bible. I couldn't find one with a 2-inch journaling area at my local Bible bookstores. Since then, of course, they're all over the place. They're very easy to get, but at about 9 months ago, I couldn't find them anywhere, and I was anxious to get started. So I bought this Bible that had a much smaller margin, and it had a margin at the bottom. And I did like having that extra area at the bottom, but when I started teaching the class, most of my students had this I did start teaching a Bible journaling class at my church on Wednesday nights, and most everybody had this Bible, so I switched over to it, and I like them both. This is just a beautiful ESV single column Bible that I love. It's so pretty. I'm thrilled with it. I like the paper. The very first vellum entry that I have done, and I've only done two, I did just a partial page, and I don't know why I chose to do a partial page. I just did. I guess it fit the design that I had much better, and I don't mind it being a partial page. I don't remember where I got this image. I think from an ad that I saw, and changed a little bit. I try not to copy things exactly as they are. I'm a high school art teacher, and I'm very adamant about not letting my students copy other people's artwork, but I did use something as an inspiration for that. But I always cut the vellum smaller than the page. I don't measure the page and cut it the exact size. This one, I just cut it smaller than the page, and after I got through with it, I wasn't exactly happy with where it hit on top of the writing, because you can see the writing through there, but it does kind of fit in the middle of the paper, so I guess middle of the page, so I guess it's not so bad. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to insert a page in this other Bible that I have. This is the Bible that I bought in the beginning to use, and then went to another Bible, and I'm slowly putting the images from this Bible into the other Bible that I bought. And someday I'll go back and I'll finish this Bible too, because I do like it and I've done a lot of work in it. Usually I color on the vellum with colored pencils, and sometimes I think I added micron pen to the one that was the Statue of Liberty, but I usually color on this first. I don't have this ready for you today, but I'm going to put this into this page, and this is the Covenant of the Rainbow, and I want to do some kind of rainbow design eventually on here, so I'm just going to insert it into this page, and I've cut it so that it's a little bit bigger than the printed part of the sheet. This is vellum that I bought at Hobby Lobby. It's a nice weight. It colors beautifully. I've never painted on it, but I imagine that you could paint on it. But I did want to show you something that makes me a little angry. Sometimes when you get these papers, they have a sticker on them. They always do. I guess you can't check out without the sticker. And sometimes when you pull it off, it leaves, this one's not so bad, but I have one where you can actually see where the sticker is. And it makes me furious that it ruins part of my paper. You can also get vellum from your Stampin' Up! Representative. They have packages of it that they sell. I've ordered some, but it hasn't come in. This one is really nice and a nice weight. Now, I'm going to use just plain 3M transparent tape. I didn't have any in a box to show you, so I printed this off so you could see. Everybody goes, what kind of tape is that? And they think it's something special, but this tape has been around, I think, since I was a kid, and I was a kid a long time ago. So it's transparent so that when you press on it, if you lay it down on a piece of paper, it just almost disappears. I'm glad that I did this. I don't know if you can see this. I just went and washed my hands before I did this, but I must have touched my face or something because there's now a smudge on that tape. So lesson learned here, be sure that your hands are really clean when you're doing this because you don't want to leave, I don't know if you can see that or not, that little smudge right there, but make sure your hands are very clean and don't touch your face, especially if you're wearing makeup. This is some scrapbooking tape that I ordered online because I thought, oh, this is acid-free, this will be much better. But I've used it and I don't like it. It's shiny, it's very thin, it's a little bit harder to use because it's thin, but I guess maybe I'm thinking about today and not tomorrow because we know that things that are not acid-free might yellow and do strange things to our papers later on. But I'm kind of a Scarlett O'Hara kind of person. I'll worry about that tomorrow. So I have cut my paper, and I'm going to stop this video right now and go and wash my hands because apparently I have something on my hands that smudged the paper. And actually it didn't smudge the paper. Whatever was on my hands stuck to the bottom side of the tape. Now I want to put this right inside. I want to poke it down in there, get it down in the crease as much as I can. And this tape was so thin, I tried this on some old book that I had, and it was very hard to force that tape down in the crease. This particular tape, the 3M tape, which is in my handy dandy little cat tape dispenser that I've had for a zillion years, is heavier and thicker, and it was easier to poke down in there. So I'm going to cut off a piece of this that is longer than my paper, and I'm going to try my best. I hope you can see this. I'm going to try my best to kind of center this so that the paper runs down the center line of the tape. And I could see there another smudge from my hand, and I just washed my hands. I'm going to cut this off right here. And right here. Now I'm also going to cut a little bit of this off because I don't want that much tape down in my crease. It'll be harder to get it down in there. So I'm going to cut about half of that off. And every time that I've practiced this and put a piece of vellum in a book, except for the time I used that other tape, it went in just beautifully. However, I'm sure that while I'm demonstrating this today, it might not go in quite so easily. And I lost my place. So here it is. And this is the crease of the Bible. This is called the crease of the Bible. And I'm just going to try to, I'm so nervous about this because I'm doing this on the video. I want to make sure that I've got it placed in the right position. And I'm just going to force it down into that crease. I'm not going to press on it till I'm sure that I've got it lined up in where I want it. I'm going to take my fingers and press on it. And it's a little crooked, of course, but I'm not going to worry about it. I may worry about it later, but I'm not going to worry about it. You can see where it's a little crooked right there. Looks okay down here, but I don't think too many people will notice it because I'm not going to color all the way up to there anyway. And I think that I could probably take it off and fix it, but I'm not going to do that on the video. So there it is. It's in there, and it's smaller than the page of the Bible. I wouldn't want it to be the same size because having experience doing other things in books, I know that would cause an issue. It would get frayed. It would never be exactly the same size as the other paper. But there it is. And you could possibly put a lot of these little inserts into your Bible and color them as you go. You could give it as a gift to somebody that had, pages to color. I even saw online the other day where someone had printed a design, like a coloring book design. I should know who's doing this. I think it's Illustrated Bible has some pages that you can print, or maybe they got it from a coloring book. I can't remember. But they printed it in black and then went back on the vellum and colored in with a colored pencil. You could use watercolor pencils or whatever. You have to be careful with the ink on the from the printer because sometimes it'll smudge and smear. But you can test it, practice with it, and see what happens. But that's how you insert vellum into a Bible. Really easy and fun, and a beautiful way to have a design on a complete and total overlay on your Bible verses without ruining your verses. I'll put my information at the end of this video, my email, my blog, and so that you can contact me if you have any questions. Thanks. Good luck with everything in your Bible journaling, and I hope that you'll find this as a blessing to you. Thanks.